Hello YouTube, New Age Classic Gamer here. Welcome to a new Let's Play, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Released in 1992 for the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive, depending on where you're from. Now, this is actually the best-selling game in the franchise with over 6 million copies, and that's a pretty impressive feat right there, especially back in those days. And this game introduced 3 key new features. One, as you see, a new character is following you. His name is Miles Tails per hour, or everyone calls him Tails. And he's got 2 tails and he can fly. And he's Sonic's buddy, and he's pretty sure he's in every single Sonic game after this. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't think of a game he's not been in. And we also got a new upgrade to Sonic's moveset, the Spin Dash, which lets him rev up in place and go really, really fast. And the third one we'll be getting into later, by means of special stages. Yes, you get 50 rings and hit a checkpoint, you go into a special stage. And these are a lot different than Sonic ones. As you can see, there are half-pipe structures where basically all you do is collect rings and avoid bombs. You get the required amount of rings before the end of the stage, and you get a Chaos Emerald. This game is actually 7 as opposed to 6 from Sonic 1, which may explain a few things later on. And we are actually in Emerald Hill, which is, I guess, kind of a pun on Green Hill, because Emerald's a type of green, a green gem. Funny. Anyways. This first special stage is actually really easy, but some people actually say these are the hardest special stages in the classic series. I have to disagree. I still think Sonic ones are a pain in the butt. And as you watch, I'm going to fail a lot more at these. You wait and see. Because this special stage is all about memorization. It's not about, skill and how you get to the area, no. Because rings and the bombs are the exact same spot every single time you do each specific special stage. So, if you memorize stage, you're fine. They can be pretty easy. But if you don't memorize them, then you're going to have a lot of difficulty. And first few times I played this game, I admit I never even tried to go for the Chaos Emeralds because it was so ridiculously hard. And look at that, we already got our first Emerald, which isn't green. It's a shade of blue. Marvelous. But yeah, this game actually makes it a lot easier to get all of the Chaos Emeralds before the end, because in Sonic 1, you had like a set amount of chances at the end of each stage. In this game, you get 50 rings and hit a checkpoint. No big deal, just get another Chaos Emerald. If you screw up, go for another checkpoint. There wasn't as much pressure, I feel, this time around. But you see, I'm backtracking because there was a lot of freaking checkpoints in Emerald Hill, and I want to get a lot of these Chaos Emeralds out of the way. And you're thinking, oh, I'm going to get all the Chaos Emeralds to get the special secret for doing that and just breeze through the entire game. Not true. I'm going to make sure I don't get all the emeralds before a fair amount into the game. Sad. And Emerald Hill is a lot more brighter and colorful than Green Hill Zone, in my opinion. They kind of stepped up from Sonic 1. They had an idea, and it was pretty focused, but Sonic 2, they got things done pretty darn well. And a lot of people, this is their favorite Sonic game. And I don't blame them. I mean, it's not my personal favorite, it's actually my second, which is kind of ironic when you think about it. But I still love this game. This was a big part of my childhood right here. But I always had to play as Tails. That wasn't very fun. I mean, it's funny though, because in this game you can control Tails if you plug in a second controller into the Sega Genesis or whatever other system you're playing it on. But Tails always seems to fly off screen, and you can't control him that well. So most of the time, if you're playing as Tails, you're going to be off screen. However, in special stages, he can be a help if you're actually playing second player, but he's kind of a nuisance when he's just controlled by the computer, because he's got like a delay to Sonic. He doesn't follow him right on, and he can collect rings for you too. And if he gets hit by bombs, that affects your ring count, and it's not nice. Especially at the end. See right there, he just lost his 3 rings. That could help me towards getting Chaos Emerald. I think we'll be fine though. I hope we'll be fine. That 3 rings makes a big difference. That would be kind of sucky. Tails, quit getting hit. And Tails is invincible in this game. He can get it as many times as possible and will never die completely. Sure, he'll die, but he'll just fly back on screen a few seconds later, so you don't need to worry about him. You do need to worry about getting hit as Sonic, though, because if you want those special stages, you need to keep your rings. And believe me, I want to keep my rings, because there's so many stages, like I said. It's insane. You could get the reward for getting all the Chaos Emeralds in Emerald Hill, if you're good enough. I try to be good enough, but fail. So, that kind of takes care of that problem, doesn't it? And I know there's one last special stage in this first level, so I'm determined to get the 50 rings and get to it. And some of these are pretty well hidden, these checkpoints, because it's kind of more like a reward now to get the checkpoints, as opposed to Sonic 1 when it's just, oh, no big deal, checkpoint. This game, though, it's meaningful to get the checkpoint, because they let you get the special stage, and that's good. And another one of those famous loop-de-loops, and that little spiral thing right there, I don't know what exactly called, but it looks like a spiral, and this cool kind of pseudo 3D effect that I like. And I want to make mention of one of the enemies in this level that I've hated since a kid. It is called Coconuts the Monkey, and he throws coconuts, obviously, and he is just evil. See right here, he climbs on trees and throws coconuts. Every time I see him try to jump at him, he hits me with one of the coconuts, and it's really annoying. That's one of the parts of my childhood that scarred me. No, I'm just kidding. But that was really annoying as a kid, always trying to kill him, and he'd ruin my plans to keep all my rings. And this one's got a pattern to it. Collect the gaggle of rings. Yes, a term you usually don't hear, a gaggle. And then he jumped. And I like this part right here. You just gotta stay in the line of rings. They let you get a lot more rings than you need to in some of these parts. But it's funny because some of the special stages actually require you to get the rings from the previous part, like more than you needed, just so you can get the required amount for the next. It gets kind of ridiculous near the end. But right about now, I mean, it's still fairly easy. Some people have troubles with this one particularly, but I usually start sucking till about the 5th or 6th stage. Then there's failure. And I'm hopefully going to not fail nearly as much as I did in Sonic 1 Let's Play, because I got hit quite a few times. And that wasn't fun for anyone, especially the Hedgehog that was getting hit. Get 160 rings. We only need 30 more. We're good to go. Yeah, this is really exciting, isn't it? Well, I mean, it's not breaking the game by getting the reward for all the Chaos Emeralds, just getting them out of the way, so that we can focus on levels later on. And it's basically a lot more hard to get the 50 rings and keep them until you hit a checkpoint near the end with later stages, so it's best to get them out of the way first, if you can. And Tails didn't even need any more rings, and you still had to get hit. I'm disappointed in you. And that was the last special stage for Act 1, so let's just get it over with. Shall we? Die, coconuts. I hate you. And yeah, some of these here are kind of like enhancements to Sonic 1, like the wasp enemies and the, I think they're called chompers, the fish ones that jump out of the waterfall. Everything got an upgrade in this game. And let's get into Zone 2 and get a lot more... Zone 2. Act 2, rather. And get a lot more special stages. And coconuts. Yeah, that's actually a really weird spring. If you hold forward when you're on it, it actually causes you to go a shorter distance and get less rings from that. But if you just don't hold any direction and just let the spring take you, you're going to land right in coconuts. It's not nice at all. See here, spin dash in action. Makes it a lot easier to get up slopes and ramps now, as opposed to trying to build up momentum, running back and forth. It makes it a lot quicker, and in my opinion, it makes the platforming a lot more fun. And look at that. I need 3 more rings to get 50, because there's a special stage right up there on top of that loopy-loop. Crazy, right? Less than a minute into the level, and we've already got a special stage. Oh yeah, look at that skill right there. That actually wasn't skill, that was pure luck. And there's really not much more to say about the special stages. They're there, really. Each got a special pattern, and this can kind of help you as walk through if you're playing through this the first time or just actually trying to get the Chaos Emeralds for once. Because believe me, I don't like going for the Chaos Emeralds when I play through this game, but I always try because I don't like to have a bad ending to any Sonic game. Because it's just not my way. I gotta get the Chaos Emeralds. I gotta get the special reward for doing it. I don't know, that's just the way I am. And this one right here has kind of got these half-loop bomb circle thingies that you gotta go through in a specific spot, otherwise you're gonna get hit. And surprise, Tails probably gonna get hit some more here. Oh, no, not yet. There you go. Good job, Tails. You're good at that, aren't you? What was that, a quarter circle, I guess? Quarter ring of a bomb thing? Whatever. And yeah, I like to weave back and forth here. It's a lot easier than jumping, in my opinion. Some people jump, I weave. And look at that. Just one more set of rings to go through. Jump. Jump. You see, that really shows that Tails has a delay. Like, you jump, and then it's like probably a second or two later he jumps. And it's funny though, if you actually get hit and Tails doesn't, see right here, he walks in front of you, so it makes it really difficult, because when you jump, he jumps. So you can't get ahead of him. And luckily we got it, but no Tails, it's not your Chaos Emerald, it's Sonic's. Back off. And look at that, 100,000 points already. Man. We're making such little progress. Don't worry, we will be making a lot more progress in the second episode. And I don't remember the name of those wasp enemies. I know the originals were called Buzz, but I don't know. Some of these enemies in this game have pretty forgettable names. And by some, I mean mostly all of them. And I'm always worried whenever I go over those, because there's a chance that the chompers can come up and just snap and make you lose your rings, and that's never good. And what is this, Chaos Emerald 5, 6? I think I've lost count. I believe it's 6. No, it's 5. It's 5. I apologize. I can't count. And this one usually gives me a really hard time, because I don't remember where the flurry of rings comes from, and it really is just difficult for me to memorize. I remember I played through this a couple of times before I did this playthrough, just to make sure I had it, and luckily this time, I think I have it. And I don't know why, I remember this part right here, for some particular reason, you always have to go up, and go through the half-pipe. That always brings back memories of failure. And nostalgia. But mostly failure. And how many more rings do we need? Ooh, we need 80. That's a lot. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of the way these rings are. It's like a triangle, I guess would be the best way to put it. It's just like a triangle of rings that come down. Because you normally can't get all of them. You have to like go back and forth to try to get a good chunk of them, but I never seem to be able to get them all. Only 16 more. This right here, this, I don't know why I remember this so much, it's good to go. And a circle. And look at that. Chaos Emerald number 5. I can count. And it's yellow. We still have not gotten a green Chaos Emerald. That's a little ironic. And we should be only going through one special stage before we finish this level. And goodbye, coconuts. You will not be missed. Oh, look at that. Tails actually did something useful. And, oh, I don't think we have the 50 we need to get that stage. No, we're not. Alright then, we're at the boss, and this is probably the Sonic history. And you wait, I'm going to screw up. It's just gonna happen. Look at that failure. That's what I get for trying to get this boss done quickly. I screw up. And I try to go for it again, and look at that. It's the easiest boss in Sonic history, and I failed twice. Doesn't matter, he's gone. Goodbye, Botnik. You and your little helicopter thingy. Spin dash for the win. Anyway, this is New Age Classic Gamer signing off. Hope you enjoyed this. Take care. In the next part, we shall be taking on Chemical Plant Zone and Aquatic Ruin Zone, and I'm making a lot of progress. Goodbye.